With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can...
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lawrence going to keep it again. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McIntosh. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set touchdown.
A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
To throw is Ross. Throwing on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ross. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's...
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. McIntosh. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Up the middle they go. McIntosh looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on second down. Lawrence, incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 42. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On second down, there's the option going left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Ross. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Milner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Milner. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
The Cowboys are 12-2 now on the year. Are they coming on a pretty good roll?
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try the left side. McIntosh. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Lawrence. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Man open left side is Brown.
And he is going to have the Jags first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And Lawrence going to take it himself.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 19. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now Lawrence to throw.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
In a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Dawson Knox from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Ross. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now Ross from the gun on 3rd down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Ross.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Here's Booker on the catch. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Chris Olave 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Ross on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Lawrence.
He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ross firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Ross now on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Here's Ross looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run on 1st down. Milner, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Milner, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Hey, we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ross. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try the left side. McIntosh. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I thought he had that, but that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right at the 35.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, 1st down.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. To throw is Ross. To throw on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now Ross to throw on third down. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On third down, Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 44, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain.
Ross on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On first down, Milner. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Slant to Adams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Ross. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Lynch, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
On second down now, Milner. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence steps away to his left.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Ross. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Ross. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! From 6 yards away.
And the Cowboys are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And to throw again is Lawrence. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Here we go, gotta have it, Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. On 2nd down, Milner, and he's got some space here.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll run on 1st down. Milner, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down now, Milner, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Ross. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 34.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's got Booker. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.